What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the Man Cave Minutes. Figured I'd start this one out with a GTR update again. So I've been busy sanding back all the paint. As you guys saw in the last one when I just had this bit done, I've just basically been going through with the sandpaper and rubbing everything back, getting it ready for paint, because I'm trying to get it turned around as quick as I can in a couple of days. So that I'm just trying to get as much of it done as I can here, just to kind of speed the process up. So, I mean, if you see some of this stuff and some of you guys are painters or something like that, don't criticize me too much. I've literally just gone through with sandpaper and scraped back all the top coat of the paint, some of it back to metal. So they'll fix all that up. I just wanted to get a really good head start. So it'll be two paint Monday. I should have it back before I leave to go back to Texas. All I've really been doing is sanding everything back. So excuse all the mess, but I mean, I got parts everywhere, limited space to kind of put everything. So it is what it is. Someone was asking me about engine bay bolts and just bolts in general. That's actually not the bolts. So I've got just a massive amount of bags and everything's labeled where it came off, and I've been taking photos and stuff like that. So I don't necessarily need to remember where it goes, but like stuff like this where I've got an engine bay bag. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is taking those plus, you know, all the random spare bolts that I've got and just going and getting it all zinc coated, just because the engine bay is really where I want the show car part of this build to be. The outside will still look pretty familiar to everyone, as in I won't go, you know, camber gang and all that stuff. Like, that's just not me. So it'll definitely have different wheels on it, although I'm kind of still on the fence about them. I actually do kind of like them, but something that I've noticed is because these are a 265 and a 10.5 wheel, I don't know if you'll be able to see in there, but the lip of the guard, or lip of the fender's right here, and that's the end of it. So for me to fit these wheels, I'd actually have to roll the guard, and I'm a little on the fence about that one. Don't know if I want to do that or not, so we'll see. Once I'm back, engine bay will obviously be painted, and I'm just gonna basically be going through my little buckets of all my parts and stuff like that, cleaning everything, using my million boxes of degreaser, replacing all the stuff, you know, that's worn or bad, stuff like this. I'll be zinking, re-zinking all the bolts and stuff, just so it looks nice, even though you will never see these bolts because they sit pretty much right behind the brake pedal. And I've also got to try and do the Easter egg hunt of finding all my clips and pins and all that stuff. So stuff like this, I've got to try and find off of, you know, one of the pages or one of the shops that sell this stuff. So that way I can have it, you know, all the engine bay, you know, every nut and bolt inside the engine bay I want to be brand new. So yeah, that's the plan. Ideally, I'd like to have it finished before the next Cutamundra event, because I'd really like to compete in that event. Like I said before, as soon as I can release the video for that, I will definitely show you. That's pretty much the plan of attack. So once that's all done, we'll be back. We'll be ripping into the engine bay, getting everything reassembled, kind of close-ish to where I can still put the engine in. Engine's still a long way off. Don't take that as, you know, oh, engine's done or anything. I still got a bit to go on that, but I want to just have the engine bay ready to go to accept the new engine. And I'm not, you know, trying to mess around with all the little clips and bits and bobs and all that stuff while it's all in there. So I'll get it close enough to receive an engine, finish off trying to get the engine built, and we'll go from there. Good morning. No GTR. Getting ready to load it up on the trailer now and send it to paint. Just looks so pretty in the sunlight. All right, so the cars just got here. We're at my buddy college shop, A1 Body Repairs, and they basically do everything. So you got BMW, you got two S15s, R32. I mean, they do insurance work, everything. So, car's already here. Gonna be getting painted up. The the same color, the KH2 gloss here. And they've been nice enough to let me set up a camera for the spray process as well. So I'll be able to capture that as well. Alright, so I'm about to get out of here. Next time I see this bad boy, she'll be all painted up, looking pretty. I cannot wait. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna let them do their thing. I'll come back, drop a camera for the actual painting of the bay. We'll pick the car up and start finally putting this thing back together. Well, kind of. Alright, so just got here. We're gonna check out this paint job real quick. The tow truck's already here. We're just gonna load it up, take it back home. Holy crap. Sam and Colin killed it. Dude, look at that. What a difference. So I'll do just a real quick like before and after photo. So just like before and now. And this is like, dude, I am loving it. It looks so good.
I'm so glad I did black instead of, or so glad I color matched instead of doing black. Like it just looks killer.
But we'll check this out when we get back home. So let's get this thing loaded up, and yeah, we'll check it out when we get home. All right, and she is back home. I can't even explain how over the moon I am. Like this is, it's come up so good, so good. The guys at A1 Body killed it. Sam and Khalid, man, thank you so much. This is like, I'm so glad I didn't do the black. It looks so good, and the best thing is, no matter what I do now, it'll always stay glossy. So all I've got to do is just take a rag, clean it off, make sure everything is you know, dust free, and oil, grit, all that stuff will just wipe right off. I'm so happy. So now we're just gonna get this thing cleaned up again, get all the, you know, sanding dust and stuff like that off of it, wipe it all down, and then I'm just I need to go get a bunch of tape because I need to mask all this stuff up as I'm putting stuff back in, and yeah, we'll get this thing looking pretty again. Feels so good to have it back home though, even if it isn't running. And another special shout out to my buddy Andrew. Thanks again, man, for letting me borrow the wheels, get this thing done. So now we're just gonna stick it back up on jack stands for a little bit. I'm gonna probably do some maintenance to the rear. I'm gonna drop the fuel tank, check the fuel hat, because I made some modifications there, but we'll show you that once we get to it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for joining in on this video, and I'll probably see you on the next one when we are in the States. See you guys, bye.